All right. Okay, hopefully audio is good. Okie dokie. All right, let me see if my internet is still good. Oh, here we go again. Why, man? Why? Why? Alright, I really don't have time for the games. All right. Fantastic voyage it is. Do not. Oh, excuse me. Come on, man. Let's go. Doom, 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 doom. Come on, homie. Stay right there. Don't move. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, so I ain't doing the shenanigans today. Just give me some internet and let's go. Posting up right here. Alright. Jeez. Alright, let's stop the game playing. Come on. Internet playing games. Where we at now? What's happening, y'all? I'm gonna pull up the chat in a second as soon as this internet comes up on this computer. Come on, man. Unbelievable. This is how the day been all day. This is exactly how all day been today. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now I want to do this other shit. All right. So now I got to completely close out the whole browser. Unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Come on, bruh. Okay, just connect then. I agree. Unbelievable. Jesus. That's how long it take to get internet. That shit was like 10 minutes. Sheesh. Good thing I've learned to develop patience. You can see what you could end up doing without it. Lack of patience is a dangerous thing. I think that's how people end up in a fight. Because somebody ran out of patience. One person ran out of patience, and now we got a brawl. All right, so let me get this together. Then the chat ain't even here. All right. Unbelievable. Oh, snap. Sometimes the day just be like that. It's like back-to-back shit that just mess with you. Like, it's the little stuff that messes with me. Little shit. really aggravates me. But I really learned how to just be patient. It's like that's the answer to everything. Cause I'm telling you, man, you ain't have no patience. End up in a fight. All right. The heck was I about to do? Think I finally got some internet. Okay, we good to go. Good to go. Log into these charts. All right. All right. Don't have that much time at all. It's already 4:20. But let's see what the charts look like. Environment seemed to look real good, actually. Seemed to look really good. All right, let me get my chat now. Holler at y'all real quick. JP, what's good? Yeah, I definitely was ready to fight the Wi-Fi. For real. What's up? What's up, Stargel? What's happening, Mick? What's up, Stacy? Yep, finally made it. Shit ridiculous today. All right, let me see. All right, so I am on the charts now. The environment in the market looks good. I think that behavior actually looks good. So it just looks like things need to get into position from what I'm seeing thus far, and to get in sync a little bit, actually. But we shall see. Yep, we shall see, my friend. We shall see, my friend. All right, so Dimitri, what's happening? What's up, Norman? Norman on that 396. Yes, sirree. Yep, I'm up to 103. 103 times on 396. I watched it 3 more times today. What's happening, Winston? Oh man, excuse me. Whew. JT was good. Oh, what else did I needed to do? Okay, and oh, that's what I wanted to do. All right, cool. Let's do that. Joseph P, what's good? Yeah, right now, the environment actually is very nice right now. Like it's lovely. Behavior is pretty good too. It's just market is it just needs to sync up, and it also needs to get in position, but it needs to sync up when it's in position, and then we'll have what we're waiting for. Yes, indeed. Jay Carly, what up? What's up, Ernest? Winston said, got done reading New York Times about NYC throws away 12,000 pounds of trash each day. Yep, it's probably more than that, man. It's probably more than that. Literally in the city, like New York City consists of the island of Manhattan, which is New York City, but then it has boroughs on the outskirts of the island. So it's connected to Manhattan is connected to the Bronx, and then to get to Queens you got to cross a bridge, and to get to Brooklyn you have to cross a bridge. So you got the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Then you need a bridge to go to Staten Island. That's the fourth one. And then the island of New York City is considered the fifth borough. So you got Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island that make up New York City. You could take any one borough, and it's like over 1 million people in one borough. I think right now it's close to 8 or 9 million people in New York City, which is retarded. Because it's not a huge city. Like, it's big, but it ain't big to be having no 9 million people. So that's why there's people everywhere all the time. It's literally just high concentrations of people everywhere. Yep. Oh, man. Yep. Yeah, the market looks good, though. The market looks good. Out of sync right now. Wow, you saw that jump. Saw that joint jump. Now that was a jump. Let me see something. Hasn't been 24 hours yet. Since what, JP? I mean, J. Carly. Yeah, it was a position change. Excuse me. Yes, it was. It kind of let you know that too through the option pricing. When it jumped up there, you saw what the pricing was. It was right. It was right there. That was a clue right there. Oh yeah, you said 24 hours before you can process anything, right? Since the training last night. Yeah, that training was remarkable. Oh, excuse me, man. Joseph, he has a good question out the gate. For someone who can trade a lot of different environments, how did you control yourself to take the best trades only? Do you ever get tempted to trade like you used to? If not, how do you control that? The having more value for my time made it very easy to decide not to want to be in so many different environments trying to trade a lot. Because I realized that you can trade less and you can give more emphasis to your contracts. In other words, you take fewer trades, but you scale up to make up for what it is that you would lack by taking fewer trades. I know that it's easy to think that taking X number of trades is how you generate your income, especially if this is something that you're doing full time. But that's not what it is. The value is in the quality of the trades that you take. The closer in quality that you can get to being perfect, the better off you'll be, because everything inherently that would cause you, or I should say would lead to you being more profitable over time, like less exposure to the market, all of that becomes relevant now. The bottom line is that the less you expose yourself to the market, the more profitable you'll be, because you're taking fewer trades and you don't have to do as much as far as interpretation of the market environment right now and whether or not it's in the right it's presenting the right condition, you know so you're way better off, in my opinion, to from the very beginning have a very high standard for your trades, so that you wait for those trades only, and when they come, you're not distracted by anything else that is not the best trade or is not the best opportunity to take. Because it's easy to get distracted, and the more that you get distracted, the more that you set yourself up to lose. We know already that you'll lose You're going to lose because of something that you do. You're not going to lose because of something that the market does. Understand that. The sooner that you begin to accept that, the sooner you'll be in position to execute and to be consistent. It's like the problem most people have with the market is that they cannot be consistent at all. They'll have streaks. Oh, I was on a nice run. Well, why did your run stop? What happened? You were on a nice run and then you took a loss. What happened? And when you go back and you evaluate what actually took place, you realize that it was something that you did. Oh man, I got a little anxious, I got a little impatient, and I jumped the gun, and I kind of knew I shouldn't have took the trade, and I did it anyway. It always comes back full circle to you every single time. Every single time. So that's what, for me, has allowed me to control myself, is knowing that there's more value in the quality of the trades that I'm going to wait to come versus me trying to aggressively seek out trades. And in the process of being aggressive, it's easy to slip and easy to get distracted. It's easy to become emotional. You know what I'm saying? When you on the hunt, when you on the prowl, you will become emotional. When you're laid back and you in the cut just waiting, you in observation mode. You just sit there and wait for it to come. As soon as it comes, you see it. Boom. Thank you. You see the difference? So it made it very easy, actually. And then I realized also, I'm like, well, I don't need a lot of trades. I could just scale up the contracts. Scale up the contract size and wait for the best trades. Then that's when I realized how little it takes when like right now we're doing Project 21. It don't take a lot of trades to put yourself in position at a large contract size at all. 21 trades take you from $100 to 50 contracts. So in other words, from one contract to 50 contracts by only waiting for the best trades to come, and it will just take however long it takes. Who cares? Who cares? You see? So now you get out of the mindset of, oh man, I got to take at least 3 trades a week. I can't survive unless I get 3 trades a week. Says who? You only in that mode because that's the mode that you're giving yourself. You see, that's the thought process that you're giving to yourself. If you remove yourself from that thought process and you allow the market to dictate and to determine when you get your trades, now you're not going to be emotional, for one. 2, by allowing the market to give you the trades, you're putting yourself in position to receive whatever the market decides to give. You see, you're not trying to force what you need on the market. Oh man, I need at least 2 trades this week. You see what I'm saying? You're not in position. If you put yourself in position, you don't need 2 trades this week. Put yourself in position where if you didn't get 1 trade this week, you good. You didn't get a trade this week, cool. Next week comes, maybe you get a trade or 2. And when you get your trades, you win them. And when you take your trades, you're in position. In other words, you're scaled up at a larger contract size. So the money that you earn, you're good to go. You see what I'm saying? At 50 contracts, if you get 2 trades with 50 contracts, that's $1,800. Anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 in a week. So just keep that in perspective. It's like, well, damn, I really don't need that much. No, you don't. What you need is the consistency of winning and remaining profitable. And all you have to do is make sure that you only take the best trades, because you're only going to wait for the market to give them to you. Instead of you trying to take it upon yourself to try to force the market to do something that it ain't doing right now. You don't got to do that. The market is going to give it up, man. Just wait. Just wait. And when you get into that mindset now, it also frees your time. See, that's what to me, that's the value. To me, the value is my time. You understand? Like I haven't been on the charts all day today until right now. When I just came on just now, I just got here. I ain't been on the charts all day. I was running around. And I was running around because I needed to do stuff. I needed to run errands. It needed to, I didn't have time to be on the chart. So however you structure your life and structure what you're doing day to day, that also has to fit into what it is that you're going to be doing once you do become a full-time trader. You understand what I'm saying? When you're a full-time trader, that don't mean you got to be stuck at the chart all day. I don't want to do that. I love to have my time. I like waking up late. I wake up whenever. I don't got to wake up and be at the chart at a certain time. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to come on the charts. If the market give it up, I'm right there to take it. And you'll see what it is. This is probably the most free that I've been with my time, like ever. Ever. And you can see how, like look at what I'm able to do. I do what I want to do whenever I feel like doing it. And don't worry about the money. Because even during times when we don't get no trades, then when trades come, bang. That's the time now. Now the trades are here. Now's the time. Take the trades now. You see what I'm saying? But you can't do that if you always trying to force your will upon the market. It ain't going to happen that way. And that's what I'm saying about, like, if you just use me as the example or kind of like the framework for what a person can do in the market, what I do now is the perfect example to use because I don't trade a lot. And that's how you want to be, because it's little to no emotion involved in the process. I don't have any emotion in the process at all. I'm not stressed about missing out. I'm not stressed about losing. I'm not stressed about anything. I know that we're dependent on the market, and the market is going to give it up. The question is, are you maintaining your skill so that you are there and you're waiting for the market when it does give it up? That's the question. That's the question. One of the things that, I don't understand that people will do, they will make a mistake when they shouldn't have even been trading. Like they'll take a trade and you'd be like, why did you take that trade? What was you even doing in the market at that time? Did you see how the market looked? Why was you even trading? And then when the environment and everything sets up and trades come, I don't hear from them. I'm like, you didn't see that? You didn't catch that? You missed that? We right here looking. You didn't see that? You see what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you put yourself outside of what you should be doing by being emotional at the wrong time. The training is hard body. Like, this is very intense to maintain. That's all it is that we're doing, really, is maintaining ourselves and keeping ourselves in position, not only within the market, but keeping ourselves in position mentally within the mindset. You got to do it. You have to. You have to do that. Let me come over to the chat real quick. Look, Slav says the training is the skill. Come on, man. Come on. Joseph says, so taking few trades would then mean you would have to be more selective, but then that would mean you have to be right. Yes. And don't look at it as, oh, I have to be right. Look at it as, I'm going to be right because I waited for the market to tell me that I'm right. That's more so what it is. The reason that you're going to be right is because you're waiting for the market. Anytime that you're wrong, It's because you didn't wait for the market. You took it upon yourself to try to force your will on the market, and it didn't work. And you got smashed. That's what happens. So we do everything to avoid that. It's like the goal is to avoid losing situations and scenarios. But not just that. Your mission is to avoid the losing mindset. Avoiding the losing mindset is work every day. That requires work. You know, getting afraid of missing out on trades. That's the losing mindset. Being scared to trade. That's the losing mindset. You're doing everything within training and just day to day to keep yourself away from that mindset. Completely away from the loser mindset. And what you're going to be left with is the winning mindset. Wait for the market. Not being scared. Not worrying about trades. When is the trade going to come? Nobody cares when the trade is going to come. It comes when it comes. Be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You see, that's more so the mindset. And when you position yourself this way, the most important thing that you need the most, which is stress-free, you have it now. Listen, stress-free is more valuable than anything. It's more valuable than everything. Not being stressed is more valuable than everything that you can think of when it comes to trading. Everything. It's more important than everything. See, there's an energy that goes with fear and with being stressed out. And the energy that goes with the fear and the stress pulls the thing to you that you're scared of the most. The very thing you're afraid of, it pulls it to you. So this is why we train to remain outside of that. And we flip the fear around and it becomes faith. So now, instead of you being afraid of anything, you're totally believing. I got you, big dog. Don't worry about it. You turn that fear into faith, and the faith becomes like blind faith. So it's like you're not even thinking about it no more. This is what I was talking about on the live not too long ago. I forgot which one it was, but I was just talking about autopilot. Like being in the autopilot mindset of execution. You can only do that if you have the faith that you need, because the faith is when you believe to the point where it's like you refuse to believe anything except what it is that you have the faith in. So it's like, what does that mean for us? Like, what does that mean to us? It means that our faith is in our ability to wait for the market. You got to have faith in your ability to wait. Your ability to demonstrate patience and discipline. That's what your faith is. That's what you're believing in. You're believing in yourself. To do what? It's not that you're believing in yourself to win trades. You're believing in yourself to fully be confident in interpreting the market properly on autopilot. Like without thinking about it. You know what to look for, what to wait for. You wait for that. That's it. There's nothing else. There is nothing else. If it doesn't give that to you, you don't do anything. That's faith. And see, faith is the opposite of being afraid. So now you remove the fear from the equation. So you're not pulling anything to you that you don't want. You don't want to lose. Eventually, you don't even talk about losing no more. Think, how often do we talk about losing? We don't. The only time that we bring up losing is when you bring it up. Somebody will ask, oh, well, what about, if you lose one time, then you lose it all. That's what you said. You'll never hear me talking about that. Losing is not even in our vocabulary at all. You see what I'm saying? So it's the mindset more than anything that you are conditioning yourself to remain in. You see, like first you got to get into the mindset, then you got to stay there. That's what it is. So until you get into the mindset, you really don't understand the mindset, because you're always going to tap into the losing mindset. That's what we do by default. The what if. Think about it. If I told you right now, listen, man, you don't got to lose no more. You're never going to lose again. Your first thing is going to be like, wait, well, what if the market, see, you already got the energy already. You putting the energy right back into your fear. There is no what if. We know how to interpret the market. Listen to what I'm saying. I didn't say we know how to predict what the market's going to do. I didn't say that. I said we know how to interpret what the market is doing. When you interpret the market, does that mean you're going to take a trade? No. As a matter of fact, when you interpret the market, it means you're probably not going to take a trade, because the market is telling you exactly why you should stay out. Like, nah, you shouldn't be doing nothing right now, bro. Shouldn't be doing nothing right now. I'm slapping right now. You shouldn't be doing nothing. This is how the market talks. We know what that sounds like. We know what it looks like. We stay out when the market tells us to stay out, and that's it. That's it. There is no what if. There is no what if. Have you done a challenge on only taking trades based on your training solely and not your skill trades? The skill trades is the training. See, like, there's levels of skill. There's levels of your skill. The framework that we train on is the same framework that I've used in every trade. You never saw me take a trade in the blueprint outside of the framework that we use. Not once. Every trade was using the framework. The confidence that I might have at the time, based on what the market is telling me or presenting at the time, my confidence in what I'm seeing that the market is telling me will lead me to take a trade that I'm confident in taking, that someone else may not be and probably would not be. You see? But the framework is the same. I'm always going to take a trade at the right time. There have been times that I've said, I would rather you take a bad trade at the right time than take a good trade at the wrong time. So the question becomes, well, when is the right and wrong time? That's what the framework is. The framework is based on timing. And that's it. There's no two trades that are exactly the same. So for me to be like, yeah, well, every trade I took was using, what I'm training on. We're not training on the strategy. We're not training on the method. It's not curve fit. There's a framework. There are parameters that have to be met. Yes. There are parameters that are there to keep you in line and protected on your position when you enter the market. And when you follow that framework, you will not lose. You won't. So the question now becomes, are you going to follow the framework? Anytime somebody does something when they take a trade and then they lose, it's because they didn't follow the framework. They know that they didn't, and they'll explain exactly what they did to not follow it. And they're like, damn, I shouldn't have did that because I saw that the environment wasn't even right then. So why'd you take the trade? I don't know. I just got thirsty. That's why people will lose. So you see how the training and the conditioning is for you to stay where you need to be. It has nothing to do with a method. Oh, well, you didn't use the same strategy. There is no strategy. There's no strategy. There's just things that work in the market when you're interpreting the market properly. That's it. That's why we wait for the market to give it to us. Because if you try to take it upon yourself and it's just like somebody saying that they did a skill trade. It's like you did a skill trade based on what skill? What skill are you basing that trade on? When I say I do a skill trade, I know what my skill is based on. My skill is based on the same thing that I teach. And of course, there's levels to it. You don't just be, you're not going to just remain on one level. Your skill is going to elevate. Over time, your skill will elevate, which gives you more confidence. It gives you more confidence and almost gives you the audacity to do certain things. Not to say that that's what you're ultimately striving to do, but that's what the result is. Bottom line is, it ain't up to me anyway. I'm not the reason I'm winning. It ain't because of me. It's because of my ability to cooperate with whatever the market decides that it wants to do. That's why I'm going to win. I'm not going to go outside of whatever the market tells me it is doing at the time. That's how in the past I've been able to trade in different environments, because I would make sure that whatever trade I was doing at the time was based on the environment that I was in. Same thing applies now, and now we use one environment. We only wait for that one, and we don't do nothing else. And that's what you're being trained to do. So it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to learn to create trading for yourself as a business? Or do you want a strategy that hopefully will win most of the time when you trade? And then the times that you lose, you trying to figure out why you lost with the strategy because it looked like everything was in place. Oh, it looked like everything was there. I'm not sure why this one lost. You're going to get tired of doing that, man. You know, you're going to exhaust yourself attempting to do that. So your best bet is, in all honesty, to really learn how to understand the market. And that's what the training is designed and based on. It's designed to keep you where you need to be in order to observe the market all the time. You need to always be in observation mode. Like there's never a time where it's like, all right, well, I'm just going to do this. You're going to just do what? We don't just do anything. We only do based upon what the market is telling us that it is doing. Market tells us when the time is right. Market tells us when an opportunity comes during that time. Market tells us no opportunity is coming. What are you going to do? Dad, I ain't get a trade in 3 to 4 days. You mean you didn't lose any money in 3 or 4 days? That's like, you see the mindset flips. And I mean, what's the alternative? What's the alternative to not losing? If you don't learn how not to lose, what are you learning? That's what I want to understand. Like, I don't understand. Oh, well, I just need, I need a strategy that's just going to work for me. What does that even mean? Like, this is stuff that people tell me. I just need something that's going to work for me, that fits that fits me. What I've done is I've come to realize anytime that I hear somebody talk like that, where they say, I need something that fits me, I know exactly what you're saying. In other words, you don't want to change your habits. I know what it is. You don't want to change your habits. You don't want to conform to the market. You want to somehow make the market conform to you, which is impossible. If that worked, you would be doing it already. That's the point that I'm making. Like, this is the part that people, they're disturbed by when I say this type of stuff, because they know that I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's bothered by what I'm saying, it's because they know that it's them. I know what it is. Well, I need something that'll fit my, fit my personality. Nah, man. What you're saying is you don't want to change and adjust your personality to be more cohesive with the market. If that's the case, your personality is not cohesive with the market in the first place. It doesn't mix. And for that reason, you will get smashed, and you will continue to get smashed. And that's it. And you just got to deal with that. You're going to keep getting smashed. That's it. So that's the personality right there that you don't want to change up. The getting smashed personality. Come on, man. That's it. J. Carter said, good luck with that, getting the market to conform to you. That's the fact. JP said, they always leave and come back. I did. It'd be the same old song, man. It'd be the same. That's why when people just stay put, they grow and they elevate. Just look in the group. Just look at people in the group and look at the progress that people have made. Some people, you'd be like, damn, I remember when he used to be doing real stupid stuff in the beginning. Look at him now. He come on the recap and he 1-0 for the week. Are you 1-0 consistently? 0-0 maybe? Maybe you're 2-0 here and there? Add them up. You 1-0. If you 1-0 every other week for a year, that's 26-0. That's within Project 21, ain't it? 26-0 is 5 trades after 21. I'm just saying. Are you at 50 contracts this year? Do the math. That goes to show you, if you went 1-0 every other week for the year, you should at least be at 50 contracts. What do 50 contracts give you on one trade? About $900. $750 to $900 on one trade. I'm just saying. So, oh, I just saw this too, Joseph. I apologize. My contract for my job is ending. How would you suggest someone approaches this without a job and no savings and able to build income to survive solely on this trading? Joseph, it's going to take you time, and it's something that you just have to accept. And I can't really tell you how to go about doing it, other than it's just something that you have to do. Like, training is something that you have to do. People try to trade without the training. That's like trying to do something and you don't know how to do it. You want to build a house and you don't even know how to lay bricks. You don't know how to lay bricks. You don't know how to pour the concrete for the foundation of the house. You don't know how to install, you can't do the carpentry. You can't build the frame for the house. You don't know how to do anything. But you building a house by yourself. That's what it's like. You see how many different layers are involved in the process to build the house. You have to be either trained to do it yourself, or you have to be a part of something that is allowing you to do it. So that's the only way to get there. That's the only excuse me. Let me tell you something, man. With the skill, you don't need a lot of money. So it's getting the skill. That's the key. That is the key. It has nothing to do with, oh, well, you know, I need about 1,000 to start trading. No. That's not it. With this skill, you can take $100 and trade and take your time and build. Not being stressed out and rushed, because you can't trade that way. If you're trying to trade and you're stressed, you're going to lose. Because stress is a part of what causes you to lose. It causes you to deviate from what you're being trained to do. And you're going to deviate if you're stressed out. That's why it's never a good place for you to be if you're in a stressful situation trying to learn how to trade. Because the learning process by itself means you're not trading yet. You need to learn first. You need to train. Then when you are in position, then you can execute the training. You can execute the skill now. And that's where you take your small seed capital, if you want to call it that, but the real capital is your skill. The real capital is your skill. The money that you start with is the seed. And your skill is going to cultivate that seed and build. And that's how your money tree will grow. Your money tree is growing because of the skill, not because of the $100, not because of the money that you start with. The skill is growing that tree. And that's why obtaining the skill, you got to just think about it as like, well, damn, what am I willing to do to get the skill? That has to be the question that you're asking. What am I willing to do to get it? It takes you time. It's time. Everything that is necessary within the skill set is what you're training to do. And you have to do it. There's no avoiding it. You don't think mindset is a part of it? It's 100% part of it. You don't think that patience is something that you got to work on? Hell yeah, you got to work on it. You got to work on discipline. You got to work on your focus. You got to work on not being scared. All of that is a part of the training process. Well, Mark, how long do you think it's going to take me? How long has it taken you up to now to become patient? Like people who ask me that all the time. I'm like, well, how old are you? Oh, I'm 32. All right. Well, in the last 32 years, how much patience have you developed? Because if you don't have none, it means that you got 32 years of impatience that you got to overcome. I'm just saying. It's rough to look at it like that, but that's what you're dealing with. You got 32 years of impatience to overcome now. And it's kind of like, well, how soon do you want to get started on working on that? You need to start ASAP. You need to start yesterday. That's part of the skill set for you trading. You can't trade and win without it. You know that, and that's what it is. That's why I like all of this content and this stuff that, you know, I'm able to do every day. The reason that this is powerful is because it constantly repeats the truth. I don't ever say nothing different. You can't watch any one of these and be like, damn, he switched up. He's saying something different now. You watch and be like, damn, he keeps saying the same shit. Yeah. Because it is the same shit. It doesn't change. Oh, well, Mark, I discovered how to do this and, you know, it's been working for me. I'm glad it works. You still need patience. Then they'll come to me later. Damn, Mark, it was working. Man, I got greedy. You got greedy? Training sound different now, huh? So it's crazy, man. It's very repetitive, but it's like that for a reason. Joseph said, I'm 19. I need to get out of working for someone, so looking for other. Man, you mad young, man. You mad young. Damn. Like when you be young like this, the reason that I have a reaction like that is because, yo, you can't mess up. You realize you're so young, you can't mess up. Even if you messed up, you didn't mess up. Yo. Yeah, Joseph, you just need to get into training, man. That's all you need. You need to be trained. That's it. That's it. Simple solution. Buddha says it. That's what it is, man. And see, like, and I try to not think about you being so young because it brings me back a little bit. Like I used to be bothered by that. I used to be like, damn, if I had this when I was young, whoo, it would be over. But I'm like, nah, you know what? I ain't gonna do that because it happened for a reason, the way that it did. Because I know what probably is more likely to have happened. If I would have known all of this when I was younger, y'all would never know me. Because I'd be traveling the world. I wouldn't be in New York. I would be everywhere. I probably wouldn't have no kids. I'd be doing all type of shit. But everything happens the way that it's supposed to. So, you said I need to pay rent. So worried about contract ending. I mean, I'm not. You got to do what you got to do. But I will tell you that whatever you are doing or whatever you end up doing, as far as having a job or whatever, because from what I'm hearing that you're saying, it sounds like you need a job. Because what you want to do, as far as like, in your mind, this is what you're thinking. Maybe I can trade so I don't have to go and get a job. You need to train first. Because you can't trade without training. And the training process takes you time. So that's what I was saying a moment ago about you being in a stressful environment. If you're going to be stressed, you definitely can't trade. And you sound like you under pressure already. You see what I'm saying? So you got to just, like, you 19, man. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Do what you need to do to get on your feet, stay on your feet. And when you on your feet, that's the train. Train. Tell people this shit all the time, man. I tell people this all the time. I'm like, listen, if you currently work and have a job, now's the time. Like, don't wait until you losing your job or you lost your job to try to be like, now I want to be a full-time trader. Like, don't do that. And I'm not talking to you, Joseph. I'm talking just in general. Like, because I have conversations with people about this stuff all the time. Like, listen, man, put yourself in position while you at work. Oh, well, I work 10 hours a day. I don't care. It's 24 hours in a day. You work 10 hours, you got it. All right. So traveling back and forth to work take you 3 hours a day. So that's 13 hours. That's 9 hours left. Not even, that's 11 hours, excuse me. 11 hours left in the day. That's a lot of time. How much time you need to sleep? You need 8 hours? Cut it down to 6. Like, figure it out. Figure that shit out, man. All you gotta do is train. Matthew said it would have taken me longer if I would have had the stress of trying to earn a living not knowing shit. Woo! Tyler said, but mama said I could do whatever I want. I is special. Oh my goodness. Tyler's crazy. Jay Carly said, right, you wouldn't quit a job before you had a better. Exactly. Exactly. Ernest said, do what you need to do. I'm in the charts 2 a.m. on the weekends. Come on, yo. Yeah, man. I mean, nah, man, that's it. It's just 35 a month. And see, it's so crazy too because, like, just like that as an example, I can't even tell you how long. Like, people have been telling me for the longest, yo, you need to charge way more. I'm like, no, because if I do that, then I'm not reaching certain people that really need this. To me, it's more important that something like this reaches the actual people who need it and deserve it, in my opinion. Not to say that no one else deserves it. But you know how people get bougie and shit. They'll look at it and be like, nah, I ain't messing with that because it don't cost enough, so it can't be that good. And they won't train, they won't join because it's so low. They like, nah, it ain't. How much is it? Nah, it definitely ain't. It ain't worth it. Without knowing anything about it, and then people that can afford it get into it and they see, oh my god, like yo, I'm gonna do this shit. All of this is like we really train for real, and it's really like, you're a part of family, like a group of people that holding you accountable. You're not just gonna be able to do whatever you want. You ain't gonna, we're not gonna just let you mess your shit up just because. Like you getting yelled at, you getting beat up, kind of like for doing stupid shit. Don't do nothing other than what you're being trained to do, and that's it. That's real. You know what type of support that is? That's basically everybody holding you, pulling you up, dusting you off because you fell down, but you chose to fall down, and we pick you up anyway. What's up, Holly? Definitely. Otis said, I appreciate that every day. That's what we do, man. Joseph says, so you recommend I have a job and train on the side? No, I recommend you have a job and train like your life depends on it. That's what I recommend you do. Let me scroll up and read what you just said, because I want to help to put this in perspective for you. Listen, I'm going to read what Joseph said. This is what you said. He said, I'm 19 and I need to get out of working for someone. So I'm looking for other avenues. This is what you said. You understand what, like, you see what I'm getting at? You just said it. So ain't no I'm a train on the side. No. Thank you. Jay Carly said, no, you train and work on the side. Yes. Come on, man. Matthew said, if you're not stressed, your mind will be able to have room to absorb the necessary information. You got to be in a stress-free environment. And that's why I said, do what you got to do. You do what you need to do, and then you train for real. Slav said, train all day and trade on the side. Joe said, I've been working since 14. Y'all are funny when y'all come in here like this. This is hilarious. Sound like somebody I know. Slav said, who has it? JP said, trading makes my day job easier because I make more than my clients. What's up, Bamani? Ernest said, if he's not convinced that he needs to train like his life depends on it, then he's still comfortable in life. That's what it did. I mean, it does boil down to that. It does. He says, I'm convinced. One other thing that I would like to add on, just in general, and this really is for everybody that like will watch these lives, and anytime that you catching any content from Team Alliance, fear and stress will kill you. I can't, like, I wish I had like a bullhorn and just would be yelling in the area like, yo, stress and fear will kill your ass. Like, you cannot be stressed and be afraid. That literally it destroys your physical body. You need to do everything within your power and within your control to remove yourself from stressful environments and to remove yourself from being afraid. You got to do it. This is what TA training is. What I just explained to you, that's what we train on. That's why you're going to win in the market. You understand? You ain't winning in the market because you got some good strategy. That ain't going to be the reason that you win. We don't have a strategy. There is no strategy. It's you, your mindset, and the market. That's it. Your mindset's fucked up, you're going to lose. Your mindset is straight, you're going to win. That's it. That's it, man. Tyler said it's a good thing you found this so young at 19. Just have patience that this is no quick fix and be willing to change yourself and you will set yourself free. Ernest said, don't try shit, do shit. That's it. Mick, the goal is to become one with this skill. It will consume you as you become a better you. Ernest said, fuck fear. I'm with it. Slav, not talking shit, but doing this shit is what will count and matter at the end. This is all facts. Winston is hilarious. Mick said, I studied option pricing from 1 to 6:30. My eye sockets hurt. If it didn't hurt, you didn't do a damn thing. And see, like, he said, my current job is ending, so to be stress-free and trained, I need to find another job and then set myself free. That's exactly what I said. I know, I understand the predicament that you're in. I get it. That's why I said don't train if you're going to be stressed, because it won't work. If you're stressed, you're not training. You're stressed. So you need to be in a stress-free environment in order for the training to work for you. Period. You can't be under pressure. You can't be afraid. You can't be scared and fearful. So that's why I said, just do what you got to do, man. You 19. But Monty said, I sure just blew up trying to trade around my badass kids. Talk about stress. This is another thing too that people used to have. They'd be like, why are you always in your car? I got a family. So yeah, it's so funny. Sometimes on live training, you get to hear them. You see how my kids be acting. My kids are crazy. I can't be around them when I'm in my trading zone. I remove myself from that. Why are you always in Starbucks? My kids is in the house. That's why. They not there. I'm good. So you see what I'm saying? Remove yourself from the stress. That's real, man. That is real. Slav said, I can see why a lot of people think like that at first. It's always a bit skeptical before you join. Once you see for yourself, you can decide if you are up for it. Yeah, that's what it is. Self-awareness. Self-awareness, man. And I realized that it's not for everybody. Just like I told you a minute ago, how people, if some people will be like, yeah, I need something that'll fit my personality. What you're saying is you don't want to change. And I get that. Okay, cool. You don't want to change? That's on you. But what they'll do that. They'll try to stay how they are, and then they'll complain. If you're going to be how you are, you can't complain about that shit. Don't complain, and definitely don't complain to me. It's like people will message me like I did something. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm telling you what it is. Well, what do you think about this? I don't think anything about that. Well, what if I did this? You could do whatever you want to do. So they still complaining because they refuse to change. There's certain traits that are going to cause you to remain in the position that you're in. You refuse to develop your patience, you're going to stay in the same position where you at. You don't have no patience. When you don't have patience, there's a consequence for that. There's a heavy penalty for being impatient. Heavy. Come on, man. People do shit to jeopardize their freedom because they don't have patience. Split second, that quick, your freedom is gone. You in jail now because you didn't have patience. That's how important patience is. Keep your ass out of jail. How important is discipline? What? So these are life skills. It's not just market skills. It works in the market because it works in life. The market is a reflection of life. That's why our shit works. Yeah, no kids, keep it that way for now. Yes, I agree. Stacey told me, I heard that their daddy's crazy, OCD. Why you on my business, Stacey? Yeah, Slav said, that's good. We got to get ourselves straight before starting the family. You should. You definitely should, man. JT said, I try sitting in my car too. No distractions. Do what Mark do. Come on, man. I'm the blueprint. People think I do this just to do it. No, I know what I'm doing. I'm not stupid. I have plenty of self-awareness in my household. My kids are nuts. Shoot. When it's kid time, it's kid time. When it's work time, ain't no kid time. I'm out. They know what it is when I leave the house. If, oh, Papa, you going to work? Yes. Where you going to be? Where you think I'm going to be? In the car? Yes. They know that I work in the car. Got an office in the house? No. Nope. Come knocking on the door? Nah, man. Self-awareness, man. Oh, man. Mick said, man, I'm sitting in my truck right now, blasting the train in 396 till my inner ear starts ringing. Holly says she in the car, too. Yeah, there we go. That's the hashtag. Train in the car. Train in the car. Shit. Shit. Very good. That's hot. That's wisdom right there. Ernest said, you're on the right path because you're seeking ways to better yourself. Learn from what you see around you. That's all facts, man. That's all facts. I love how Slav is moving right now because Slav is young too. He young. He an old soul, but he's young. He said putting a lot of hours daily just watching training and stuff. The beginning is always the roughest. It's pivotal. You gotta understand, we was just talking about this a moment ago about changing. How you think you're gonna change if you don't put yourself in the environment where the change is gonna take place? You have to suffocate who you are to become who you want to be. That's a mic drop. That's the mic drop right there. Damn. You got to suffocate who you are to become who you want to be? Shit. But myself, I'm going to have to trade when the baby sleep. These kids killing my focus. He said, trying to think how good I'm watching the kids in the market at the same time. Seems like something not going to get my full attention. You already know what it is, man. JP said, I train in the car when I commute from San Antonio to Houston. 301 for real. Come on, man. And that's what it is. See, and like when you do it like this, it's not in vain. It works. It works. Yeah. Yeah, hear all the parents talking, exactly. Slav said, just be careful you don't miss that back tick when looking at the kids if they're sleeping. Oh, snap. Y'all are funny. Well, I deserve some Starbucks, damn it. And I'm going to get some right now. I have no Starbucks like, what day is today? Monday? I have Starbucks since last week, Tuesday. That's over a week. Damn. I know I said I was going to take a few days away, but that's a whole week. Yep. All right, it's time to re-up, man. Time to re-up. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. I will see you guys in training. Everybody else, always appreciate you guys for tuning in with the TA shenanigans. You already know that we crazy. Straight insanity. Insane in the membrane. But in the good way. That's it. Crazy is the new normal. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. You have a good one, all right? Deuces.